I need more resources in this location on Tuesday mornings. Okay, if you've got templates where you've got 60 appointments and you're booking 10, that will tell you people are sitting around. I got resources that need to be reallocated. So this is a very, very valuable management report. Okay. Um, Appointment documents. I'm going to come back to charge tickets in a minute. Appointment documents. Again, how do we issue documents on the system? Is anybody paying attention? Through, hello? Microsoft Word. Why? What types of documents would be applicable here? How about a no-show letter? We can have the system automatically go in for everybody that didn't show and send them a no-show letter. We can send out new patient registration packets. Although there's a way of doing that with our EMR and our patient access that would actually is way better than just sending them a letter, which I'll show you a little bit later on. But any type of documents that you want, any letters you want to send from the appointment schedule are generated through that. You indicated that you do deal with some managed care plans where you need to have authorizations for services. The authorizations report is a real important report. You can actually have it go through and check all the appointments that are scheduled for, let's say, next week, and tell you of the appointments that require authorizations, which ones do we not have a valid authorization on file. You can have your staff work those and make sure those authorizations are in. Because if you see the patient and you don't have the authorization, it's real hard to go back and get it and justify the services. You may very well not get paid. The patient tracking is basically what I talked about: how long patients are waiting, how long you're spending with them, et cetera, et cetera. Now, appointment charge tickets. Let's talk about this a little bit. First of all, I will tell you that since you're looking to put in our EMR system, you can do away with your paper charge tickets. But let's say there's a period of time, maybe it's going to take 6 months or whatever, or 3 months to put in your EMR. You still need to have the system generate your fee tickets or super bills. I assume you're using a super bill or charge ticket now. It probably has the services that you do. Is your computer preparing it for you now, or are you just pulling it and writing it by hand? It's in triplicate. Okay. Well, I got great news for you. The system can generate your charge tickets off of plain paper on a LaserJet printer, and you get to design your charge tickets and your layouts. So I'm actually going to run some charge tickets just so you can see how this works. Again, keeping in mind that when you have the EMR, you can do away with the paper. These will just appear on your screen. Now, whenever we go into a report of this type, we always get what we call a selection criteria screen. The selection criteria screen is asking me what, I'm going to give you charge tickets, but what do you want charge tickets for? A doctor, a location, an appointment date? And this is where we would make the selection. So we might say, I only want charge tickets for B Apple. And I only want charge tickets for B Apple in this location, for example. So I could select these. Maybe I want to sort them different ways, et cetera, et cetera. The most common way is by date and time. That way you're just going to get, 8 o'clock followed by 8:15, followed by 8:25, et cetera, et cetera. Now, on all of these types of reports, we do have the ability, if this is something that we're going to run over and over again, or periodically, rather than going in and having to make the selections each time, I can name the report and just bring up the template name. So I might call this Apple charge tickets. So I'd save it. Next time I come in, I load it, I pick that template, okay, and then it pulls in the selection criteria for me. Now, the other thing, obviously, you're going to have to tell it is what date do I want charge tickets for? The default here is today. I'm going to show you something really neat. You see where it says date offset? And you see this is called a hint in the system. The computer is calling the meeting has ended. Is anybody on the line? Okay, then I'll say the meeting's ended. Okay. I'm recording this, yeah. Um, we call this a hint. It says the report will ignore the. Can you see this? Will ignore the date range. Pardon me for treating you somewhat like a prospect, but I can't help it. If I put a 1 in here, it's going to give me whatever the date is plus 1. So it would give me tomorrow's appointments. If you want to print your charge tickets 2 days in advance, you put a 2 in here. Now, what you really want to do with your charge tickets is you want to set this up as a job. So rather than printing it now, I'm going to schedule this to print at a later time. So I'm going to click schedule, and I'm going to schedule this to print. I'm going to pretend, for convenience sake, that we do have patients that we see on Saturdays, because tomorrow's Saturday. So I'm going to print these tonight, 10 o'clock p.m. I would choose the printer I want. And in fact, since this is something we want to run every night, I'm going to have it run every Friday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. So every morning I'm going to come in, I'm going to have fresh charge tickets for the patients that are coming in. So I've now set that up as a job to run. Okay? So I can get tickets. I'm going to show you, I'm going to run the ones I have on my appointment schedule. So I canceled that, and I'm just going to print them. But you see how that would be done? Everybody? I elected to print to my screen. Now, be careful about something. Do you remember I told you, like yesterday, that the system has the ability to do our charge tickets, or the user wants to have their own charge ticket? I've got some visit types that I attached that are using the Word tickets. I don't really even have the Word document, and that's why I got that message. So what you're going to want to do with your demos, if you show this, is make sure that the visit types and the charge tickets that are attached to it are not the Word document tickets, that they're these. Did you see this pop up behind? That's because I've got a ticket that is a Word document. But fortunately, I've got enough appointments that I've got some tickets that are our designed tickets. But the point is that the ticket will generate this whole ticket from plain paper. It'll put in the location of the office where they are being seen, their name, address, and these are now the services and diagnoses that you want to have on that ticket. And you can have multiple tickets. So you could have an OB ticket and a GYN ticket, and the computer will automatically print the right ticket based on the visit code, what they're coming in for, automatically. Okay? One other thing just to notice, whether the ticket is done on hard copy or through the screen, we always attach an encounter number, a ticket number to that ticket, so that after we've done the posting, we have a complete audit of if there was any tickets that were not handed in, patient inadvertently walked out with it, or advertently. Is advertently the opposite of inadvertently? Whatever. Inadvertently walked out with a ticket, or the provider forgot to hand it in. At the end of the day, you can see what tickets are missing. So we have the audit, either whether it's on paper or through the screen. Do you even know if you have missed charges with your present system? Doesn't take too many lost tickets to justify the cost of this system. Okay? Good. And I'm sure that Cheryl, being your office manager, has a real good handle on that. Oh, good. And you hide it. Okay, now I really am done with appointment scheduling. I'm going to actually, what I normally would do is I'm going to segue into the EHR, and then I'm going to finish up with the practice management system. Depending on what we're showing, I'm going to show you the whole thing. So we're going to flip over to the EHR. Okay. Okay. Pardon? Thank you.